here keeps getting stuck in my lip gloss. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Better Life Project TV, the place to be to make your awesome business and life happen. I have such an exciting episode for you guys today. If you've ever felt frustrated by your income, if you don't feel like you're earning enough, if you've ever been hit by a nasty little surprise at the end of the month in the form of an unexpected bill, this episode is for you. This is your dummy's guide to financial empowerment, and I want to be able to share with you 8 tips that I use every single day to help me feel empowered, confident, and in control of my finances. Guys, let's just get stuck in. Here is tip number 1 for you all. Value the experience, the opportunity, more than you value the income or the expense. For so many of us, when we pay a phone bill, car tax, a food bill, we lose sight of what that bill or what that money is enabling us or empowering us to do. So we start to become a little bit resentful or a little bit frustrated by it. The next time that you guys have to pay a phone bill or you're hit with that unexpected surprise at the end of the month, I want you to focus your energy on what that bill empowered you to do. Quite often for me, that unexpected bill at the end of the month is my phone bill. It is never just 40 euros a month. I don't know about you guys, mine's always a little bit more. But it's always a little bit more because sometimes I'll spend that little bit extra talking to my sister. I'll send a few more photographs maybe I wanted to or should in order to keep it below that 40 euros. But it's allowing me to connect with some people that I really care about. So is that extra few euros worth it when you value the experience or that connection as much as I do? Hells to the bells, yes. So the next time you guys are hit with that extra little bit at the end of the month that you weren't expecting or planning for, I want you guys to remember what that bill, what that money that you have to pass over has empowered you to do or empowered you to connect with. It will completely change your outlook on that bill. Number 2, I want you guys to start to save online and offline. If you guys don't already automate your online savings, I want that to be the first thing that you do when you guys stop watching this episode of BLP TV. Whether or not you decide to save for a rainy day, your pension, a house, whatever short, medium or long-term goal you're saving for, I want you to make that as easy for you as possible and automate it. So on your online banking, just quickly create a new account and identify what percentage of your income every single month you want to automate to go into that savings account to take all of the thinking away from it, but to give you something to save for and be excited about. But here's another little quirky tip for you guys and how a Pringles tin is going to help you save. We don't just have to save online, we can save offline too. So I want you guys to grab a Pringles tin. I want you to slit a tiny little hole in the top of that Pringles tin, get some heavy duty tape, wrap it around that bad boy, and at the end of every day, take your 2s and your 1s from your pocket and put it in there. When you guys put as many 2s and 1s as you can into that Pringles tin and it gets all the way to the top, you will have saved up to 2,000 euros by just taking out the 2s and the 1s from your wallet at the end of the day and putting it inside. But this brings me on to tip number 3. I know for a lot of you guys, those 2s and those 1s could be your Americano during the middle of the day, could be your bus fare or your train ticket. So parting with those 2s and 1s all of the time kind of feels a bit tricky. I get it. But have you guys heard of the Americano black hole? For me, buying my Americano in the office was a really expensive habit, and I totted it up one day. Buying one Americano every day for a week was about 15 euros, because let's be honest, the most you're going to spend on Americano can be about 3 euro. That's 15 euros a week, that's 60 euros a month, and if I was any good at math and figuring things out really quickly, I would be able to tell you how much that was a year, but it's a crazy ass amount of money. When, let's be honest folks, we could just make that cup of coffee in the office if it meant that we were saving that much money. So take those 2s, the 1s that you spend on your coffee, and stick it into that Pringles tin in your office, and I promise you, even if you just start that from now until Christmas, You guys have yourself a brand new Christmas outfit right there. All you have to do was give up one little coffee a day. Number 4. This one is going to change your world because it certainly changed mine. Review your expenses every single day. Check your online banking and check to see where your money is at every single day. For me, I used to be terrified of my income and of my outgoings. So scared I would spend but just never check in or check up on how it was that I was actually doing. But when I got into the habit of regularly checking into my finances, I began to understand so much about the patterns in my spending, about where I was spending too much, where I wasn't spending enough, how I could save more, and what steps I could take. All because I simply checked in on what it was that I was doing. So you have nothing to be scared of, guys, when it comes to your finances. But unless you take ownership and unless you can actually recognize where you're at, you've no idea where the progress can be made or what steps that you need to take. So check into your finances regularly, guys, and take ownership over what it is that you're doing. Tip number 5, focus on the positives. Guys, the chances are up until now you have been paying off a lot of your debt. So celebrate that. There have been purchases that you've made that you've loved and that you've used. Focus on the positives. Focus on what you have done, what you can do, the money that you've spent and enjoyed. It's not all doom and gloom when you can look for and focus on the positives. Number 6. If you guys are anything like me, the idea of calculating and doing up your accounts freaks the hell out of you. Gives you the heebie-jeebies even just thinking about it. So let's get creative. I want you guys to create a vision board of your short, medium and long-term financial goals. So grab yourself those old newspapers and magazines and start to cut out all the things that you'd like to save for, so that when you can see this vision board, when you're exposed to it daily, automatically you're triggered a sense of empowerment because you're excited about the reasons that you are spending, the reasons why you might be frugal, or the reasons why you hold back on a Saturday night. Because when you go home, you see the car, you see the bag. Money can be not fun at times, but let's try and make it fun. It doesn't have to all be just doom and gloom. Create a vision board and bring to life what it is that you've been working hard for. Number 7. Guys, get yourself a nice wallet. Now, bear with me on this one because I know it's quite strange that I'm suggesting you spend money, but I'm not. You don't have to get a Michael Kors or Gucci. Go into Primark or Marks and Spencer's or Dunnes Stores and just buy yourself something that looks nice. When we check our wallet, 2 things can happen. 1, we'll open our wallet and see sweet FL money and feel really disempowered. Or 2, for a lot of us, we look at our wallet and we see frayed edges, stained leather, broken zips, or banged out buttons. And this doesn't do anything to make us feel prosperous or wealthy or abundant. It makes us feel the exact opposite. But yet when you look at your wallet, I want you to feel wealth and abundance and prosperity. So get yourself something nice and keep it organized, keep it tidy. Make sure that when you open your wallet, you can see whatever money is in there. Feel empowered by your wallet and not disempowered by something that reminds you of a sense of cheapness or frugalness or a lack of abundance or wealth. And our final tip, which I have to say is pretty handy coming up to Christmas. When you guys have momentum in anything in life, you keep going, you don't stop. You're in the flow, you're in the zone, and all you're thinking about is the thing that you're trying to achieve. When you guys go shopping, you can gather a lot of momentum as well. I sure as hell do. You can buy 1 thing and 2 things. You're having a great day and before you know it, you've spent hundreds of euros on stuff that you forget about or may later regret. All that you have to do to try calm that moment down a little bit and bring more intention to that moment is to, after an hour or so, schedule a coffee break where that moment or that momentum will have a very natural place to come to an end so that you can bring more intention back into your day and make informed decisions. Shopping is absolutely fine as long as you're in control of what it is that you're spending and what it is that you're doing. But we do get lost in momentum, we do get lost in the flow. So take that coffee break every hour or so to bring a little bit more intention back into your day and back into your decisions. Guys, that was my 8 tips, my dummy's guide to financial empowerment, and I sure as hell hope that you guys will be able to learn from and apply some of these strategies to make you feel better about whatever financial situation you might be in. As always, if you have a question or a comment that you would like to ask me or make, you can shoot me an email on hello@thebetterlifeproject.ie or just leave a comment in the comments section below. I can't wait for next week's episode of Better Life Project TV, and I hope that you all have an amazing week. Take care from me, guys. Bye bye.